When you come to this town, New York City, I'm normal here. I'm a professional opera singing musician. I'm not so normal when I go back to Ashburton. But you know what? If I walked in here and said I was a professional sharer and freezing worker, I wouldn't be normal in New York City.
Das starke Schwert, das im Sturm mich schwang, bricht mir hervor aus dem rosa Frieden, das Herz durchliegt. Maria.
The Metropolitan Opera invited me to come over and audition, and whilst I'm in the audition, great man at the Metropolitan Opera called Tenor said, why don't you sing some Zygmunt for us? I mean, when you come and do an audition, you bring what you're going to audition, you know, what you're going to offer. And then I remember that I had an old photostated copy of Zygmunt's aria in the back of the book. So I sang it for them, and then 2 weeks later, I get offered the big cover of, you know, the understudy of Placido Domingo, which, it's incredible. Still now, I think it's incredible.
Dear Frau, doch bleibe sie fern, fort wenn ich Fuß und Brich, bleibe hier unter dir.
It's great music, isn't it? Isn't that just great music? I never would have believed it, you know. When I started singing, you know, when I was back in Ashburton, when I was 18 or whatever, 17. But now I'm at what I regard as the Mecca for me. I used to come here and see my idols in performance, Placido Domingo, Luciano Pavarotti, you know, Kirita Kanua. The list goes on of the great people who have sung in this house. And now I'm here myself as an employee of the Metropolitan Opera. It's famous for a reason. It's one of the biggest houses in the world. It's like over 4,000 seats. Has all the most famous people sing there. And also it's got one of the most incredible acoustics for an opera house, you know. And the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra is arguably the finest orchestra in the world as well. So I think it's bloody amazing.
We have an understudy for every single role that is on stage at the Met. Even someone who says 3 words, dinner is ready, we have an understudy for that person, because we cannot ever afford to have a cancelled performance because someone is sick or stuck in the subway or something like that.
I tell you now, there's no part of me wants Mr. Domingo to get sick. None. Not this year, at least. He is so incredible. He is so incredible, and every single time I see him on stage or see him, you know, backstage, this is my idol. He's amazing. Everything about him is just, he's the most incredible musician, most incredible singer. He's so incredible on stage. And the other thing is, people paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars of tickets to come and see him sing, and Simon from Ashburton walks out. Yeah, they're not going to be happy. They won't be happy. Well, never will I be. I'd boo myself, tell the truth.
there's an understudy for everything in every opera. And it costs us $3 or $4 million in fees for the season, but it's worth it, because when you think that the, say, income from the box office is somewhere between $320,000, $350,000 per performance, if you had to cancel performances, you'd have a lot of very irate ticket buyers, and you would lose money.
Most of us start here at the New York City Opera, which is a great opera house, and I hope to return there to sing more, because I think it's just great. Well, Domingo back in 1967, 68 is singing there, and he's rehearsing Calaf, which is the big Nessun Dorma aria from Turandot. I'm sure this is the role he was doing. He finishes rehearsing there after rehearsing for 3 or 4 hours, and he's on his way out to his house again. He gets a call from the Met, right next door, saying, Franco Corelli's cancelled, you're on. So after rehearsing Calaf, which is a huge sing, at New York City Opera, he makes his debut at the Metropolitan Opera in the role of Mauricio in Adrian Lecouvreur. I'm sure it's that. Massive parts. And then the next day, the story is, Placido Domingo. That's who he is. He becomes, one of the most famous singers of all time.
Agli occhi miei. Se cielo e terra, se mortali ed angeli, a testarvi dovessero che ella non è rea. Mentite, io risponder dovrei, tutti mentite. Son cifre sue.
When I first came to this town, in 1996, I'd come here, I'd stand outside that window right there. For 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd turn up to buy standing room tickets to see Domingo. And now I have, my own artist pass that I can go and knock on his dressing room door and say, best wishes, Maestro.
Wo ist dein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Sturm mich schwanger, bricht mir hervor aus dem rosa Süden, das Herz noch kickt.
The role is not just all yelling like that. Some really beautiful stuff in there where he sings a love song.
Winterstürmer wichen dem Wonnemond, in mildem Lichte leuchtet der Lenz. Auf Lindenlüftchen leicht und lieblich, undanwebend sich wiegt. Durch Wald und Auen weht sein Atem, weit geöffnet lacht sein Aug.
So beautiful.